This video will be a quick wrap-up of React with TypeScript. I'm not going to recap everything we've seen. Really, there's just a couple of key differences. One, we're writing code in TSX files. Two, when we are writing our code, everything has to be typed, no surprise there, but it comes up most often when we are dealing with props. We need to tell each function the signature, the type of the props that they're going to be passed. So normally I like to do this with an interface. You could do a type alias, but it's pretty common just to do it in the same file or even in line. But if it's long, it just looks nicer to have it be a separate interface. And then hooks like useRef and useState are generics, so we need to pass in a type. In the case of useRef, the type of the element that we're working with, or in the type of useState, the type of the data that will be held by this piece of state. And then there's a lot more to React and TypeScript. You can always use things like this cheat sheet. I highly recommend it if you're trying to figure out, under hooks, how to use effect, for example. Well, here's a nice little example. It doesn't show you everything you'd ever need, but it gives you basically a common situation, some boilerplate that you can use. Or here's context, if you need to use the context API. It just shows some examples of how to do that using use context. What do you know? Create context is generic. Once again, lots of generics for these hooks. So they do come up all the time in the real world. I tried to at least mention that when we were covering generics, and they seemed very difficult maybe, but they are very common in the real world. Anyway, so there are differences, but the React you write is exactly the same. You just have to do some extra work around types, and if you're not comfortable with generics by now, I would definitely go back and practice. Go watch that section again if you can stomach it, because if you plan on writing React with TypeScript, you're going to be using generics all the time.